Hey everybody, it's me, Bridget. We're here with Role Playing Public Radio, coming up on the end of Drow and Dracoliches. I think we're heading out close to 20 episodes.
Jeez.
We're on episode 15 today, 16 if you count the session 0. So this is a full anime season. We're heading. This is the home stretch. We have a couple more problems we want to solve before climactic endings. So can someone please summarize for me what happened last time?
Yeah. Right. So we broke Rushk out of jail. She killed a guy.
Didn't kill a guy.
You killed a guy.
You were always spinning the narrative. You're always putting a spin on things. You'd be a great journo. Jesus.
So Rushk killed a guy. We also got a cat out of jail. Found out Daggle Neverember is a fucking asshole who's behind everything. And we talked to Jarlaxle and found out about his weird secret identity that he has.
That
Jarlaxle was
never talking about again.
Jarlaxle is like the first man to cross-dress in male clothing.
We love to see it.
Yeah.
You know what?
D&D's drag king.
Not even like a drag king. He's like wearing, just average clothing, and somehow it's still not like quite normal.
I can relate to that. I feel
I
that.
can't fucking believe there's a Zardoz
It's so good.
Jarlaxle. God.
So funny.
him-
Incredible.
Call him the Tropics, because that man is real fruity.
Yeah.
All right, does somebody want to elaborate on Winter's bare bones description of events?
Yes.
I think I got across everything I needed to.
Uh-huh. So Rushk was wrongfully arrested at her clinic and taken to jail on suspicion of spreading the plague. And Rushk broke out, which one is it? Mop?
Meeks is the one that speaks, and we have the one that does sign language.
Okay, Meek speaks. That's how I'm going to remember it.
It's very helpful.
Meek speaks. All right. So we broke out Mop, and Rushk was also tasked breaking out a former member of the City Guard, which one?
City Watch.
A former member of the City Watch. This was a favor that Xanathar's gang fucking called in since, from session 1 that I owed them, I think. Session 2, maybe. And the reason they want this dude is because he accidentally stumbled on how to unmask the masked lords of Waterdeep, which, the ruling class wouldn't necessarily be super keen on. So it's super valuable information. The deal specifically was to get the guy to Xanathar, get the information to Xanathar. Rushk poisoned the guy and extracted the information from him. The dude didn't know he was poisoned. She sent him on his way. Obeyed every letter of the deal. Thank you very much, Xastra. Oh, also, Lammy's family was arrested, so Rushk broke them out as well. And made a deal with Greshadaga, her Zentarim contact / ex-situationship, to have Lammy's family smuggled to the other members of the, Fairweather, I believe? Mm-hmm. The Fairweather family, in exchange for, how to unmask the Masked Lords of Waterdeep. And then, God, what else did we do? I think that about covers it.
Yeah. I think there was some shenanigans of actually breaking Rushk out of prison on me and Xastra's part, but...
That's right. You and Xastra went on a costume adventure.
Yeah.
There was some coming in and out of windows.
Yeah. Oh, right. Fuck. We also met, that guy, Jarlaxle. And some deals were tentatively not struck, but discussed. It's possible that there may be a large-scale invasion of Waterdeep in Laeral's future.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
I don't know if possible is the right word.
Imminent?
Well,
Imminent is probably.
you know how it is with spaghetti. So where would we like to start? All of you have the floor.
I do have a quick question that I just want to ask.
All right, let's answer some questions.
So the Flaming Fist mercenaries, right?
Yes.
There's like a shitload of them here.
Yes, there's a full army.
So they're called the Flaming Fist mercenaries, but are they like well and truly mercenaries? I know that you said they're from Baldur's Gate. Are they like Baldur's Gate's standing army, or like what?
Yes, so there's Baldur's Gate's standing army. They're called mercenaries because other cities can employ them for the defense of civilization, but they are nominally ruled by Uldar Ravengard, who is also the like ruling figure of Baldur's Gate.
Okay, so is it just like a contingent here, or is it like the majority of them here?
It's like the majority.
Really? That's so neat. How far away is Baldur's Gate?
Baldur's Gate is a couple days travel. It is like several cities.
Okay.
Unless you have a fast way to get to Baldur's Gate.
I know exactly what I would love to do.
God. Should we go right to Rush's thing, or does somebody else have something?
Everybody else can go first. It's up to them.
No, I'm very excited to hear what this is.
Okay. So, I think we ended with talking to Jarlaxle last time. Are we still at the fucking Fat Tail? I mean, I'm a wanted woman. I can't exactly go into public right now. If they've got room in bunk, I might be staying there.
Yeah, you probably are staying at the Fat Tail.
Okay. So, most pressing right now, of course, is we need to get Mop to Meeks.
Yes.
So, I would rally Xastra and Daelia, saying, basically just outlining my plan. We need to, first, it's in the best interest of the city if I am able to assess Meeks' condition.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, I promised our friend Mop that I would reunite them. I would like to take care of that sooner rather than later. Will both of you be willing to assist me with this? I know that things are wonderful. I appreciate your help, both of you. So where is Meeks being held? Meeks is like
Meeks is being held
quarantine.
in the quarantine, yeah.
Okay. So before we set out, I'm just gonna brief both of them on proper quarantine procedure and shit. Wear this, do this, don't do that. Don't touch your face, don't hit your eyes, etc., etc.
Don't put your fingers in your mouth.
Don't put your fingers in your mouth.
Don't put your fingers in other girls' mouths.
Can you handle that, Daelia? I know that you've got your whole...
That feels a little restrictive. I am wearing gloves, though, so that does help.
True. Your hands are also made of glass now.
That's true. They're sterile.
That's very interesting.
I think, actually, only one of them is. Unless I'm misremembering.
Both hands are made of glass.
Both. Okay, so both hands are very sterile then.
Are you looking for any work? An assistant with sterile hands would be remarkable use.
You know, we can discuss it later. We have a lot on our plate, I think, right now.
That's very true.
Plus, they're so smooth and rounded.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Incredible.
Now, before we set out, I do have one small, not so small, request to make of both of you. My plan for Meeks is, condition permitting, I would like to transport him and Mop to their village, which is presently being guarded by Lady Jelanvelas.
Mm-hmm.
The favor is my assistant, my little assistant. I don't believe either of you have met her. Have either of them met Lammy? I don't think so.
Yeah, we've both been to your clinic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then you might recall having seen her there. She was the small tiefling girl. She is presently the only member of her family still in Waterdeep. I would like to find her and help her get to the rest of her family for fear of what the City Watch or the City Guard might do to her to get to me.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I think we can get her out of here.
Thank you. All right. So first, if possible, I'd like to try and find Lammy first.
So finding Lammy is going to be easy.
Okay.
Lammy's probably being held in one of the generic lockups.
Oh.
So we don't really have a prison proper in Waterdeep, but the city guard has a couple of holding places, just in case. So
Right.
I didn't see them in the prison to throw her down into the pit, so she's probably not there. So she's probably somewhere in the city guard barracks, probably because Daggett wants to keep an eye on her, but probably can't afford to have her be seen as a prisoner.
Right. Okay. So how easy to just walk into a place like this would it be?
Also, I will say that I probably would have a bunch of disguise kit stuff to make it so that you do not look like a wanted. Honestly, probably all of us, so we do not look like people who are being sought out by the law.
Yeah, if you have disguises for the city watch, right?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
the city
yeah.
guard.
We do
that'd
have
be super
2
easy
of
to do.
those.
So
Yeah.
if you
Yes,
want
we
to
do.
make a disguise roll,
Okay.
Oh yeah, can I leave this up to Xastra and Daelia to get in and get Lammy out?
sure.
Okie dokie.
I think a prisoner rescue is probably easy for our epic level adventurers. It is just
Yeah.
a city guard.
Yes.
Our epic level double agents.
Yeah, our epic level double agents probably
Yep.
know a thing or two about subterfuge.
Just maybe. All right. I'm
Imagine.
trying to remember how to play this game. I have at least 2 aspects that I can use here, but I cannot remember how exactly this works.
You just roll some die.
All right.
Aspect, or if we need to add fate points, which
Cool.
I don't think you need to do right now.
Okay. Maybe. Because it's a -2 at the moment. So that would be a plus. So we're at a +2 with my charisma. So yeah, I would say aspect, false dress, spy, or mask right in the face, either of those.
If you want to boost the roll, you can. Otherwise, I'd say with a 2, it is trivially easy for you to get Lammy out.
Okay.
But somebody's going to figure something up and will let Daggett know. So they're not going to stop you from getting Lammy, but he's going to know that you have been using disguises and busting.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I'd probably rather not have that happen. So, because it's either use a fate point to bump it up or reroll, correct?
Can I assist?
Okay. Oh, that too.
Yeah, you can assist because you have all kinds of knowledge, like evil spy knowledge.
Yeah, and a very high dexterity and charisma.
Yay, we love to see it.
I think if you assist, I think that's good enough. I think the 2 of you together should know how to do it.
Cool. All right. We are extracting.
Yeah, what does it look like when you roll into the barracks and get Lammy out?
I think probably just coming in, dressed up, all looking like the City Watch, essentially under the guise of some kind of outbreak in a different safe house, and people need to get moved around to make room for that.
That sounds very convincing. So they're like, oh yeah, of course. My shift's almost over anyway. I want to go down to the Temple of Timor and pray for my family's health. So thanks for handling this for me.
Happy to help.
So you get Lammy out. She's a little flustered, but Rushk has taught her how to be calm in crisis because she's been training Lammy to be a doctor more or less. So she keeps it together. She doesn't acknowledge you until you notice that she recognizes you, but she doesn't acknowledge you at all until you've moved her out of the area.
Oh.
And then she's like, you came to get me. Where's Rushk? Is she okay? They arrested her. There's a bunch of armed guards and...
Yes, we just broke her out, and we're just trying to get you out of the city for now. I'm just trying to get everything all figured out here. Do you happen to know anything about how this outbreak started at all?
I do, actually. It started in the high quarters. It actually started very close to the castle, so I was very surprised when they claimed that it was the work of the Meeks and Mob. I tried to say things. I tried to, help people with quarantine procedures the way that Rushk taught me, but they just wouldn't listen. It's like they wanted to help the plague or something.
Yeah, so odd. So odd that things are just not stacking up here with how Daggle Neverember is trying to portray it. So it's very helpful. All right, are we gonna take her back to Rushk, or are we just gonna? Do we have a sort of plan already set up of how to get out of the city?
You can smuggle people through Skullport.
Okay.
Which means, relying on the services of either going through a dungeon or getting help from the Church of Eilistraee.
You're trying to get us to go into that fucking dungeon!
I'm not trying to get you to go anywhere. I am merely giving you options.
I don't know. It sounds like you really want us to go in the dungeon.
I don't want you to go into the infinite dungeon. I just think if you happen to drop a large portion of the city into the infinite dungeon later, you might just want to know where things are. I'm just saying.
I guess that's fair.
If possible, I would like Lammy's help for Meeks.
Okay.
But if it's too difficult to get Lammy through the city and to Meeks,
no, I think we'll probably be fine. I have to assume we at least look decently official in what we're doing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you look official. It's not like Lammy herself looks suspicious. She's just a tiefling.
Yeah.
And if you never went to the poor quarter, to go to Rush's clinic, you'd never know who she is.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, then we'll just kind of try and hustle our way through, keeping our heads down, unless anybody has anything else to do.
I think that's probably it.
Cool.
Can we rendezvous where they're holding Meeks if it's not
Yeah. So they're holding Meeks in the temple quarters, which is less of he's being held there and more like he's actually under quarantine because he did get sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so he's it's not inhumane kind of shit. It is actual medical quarantine.
It is actual quarantine.
Huh, okay. All right.
It's just the actual response to the plague is more or less normal. Because you have all of the good aligned churches who are trying to cure the sick, use their holy powers for that. It's just the plague is probably, one, deliberately caused, and two, being used as a smokescreen for something else.
Right. Okay. So, do we need to roll to get into C-Meeks, or can I get myself and Lammy in to assess the situation?
No, you should be able to get in, especially we've been doing disguise rolls.
All right.
Giving you some cleric of Lathander robes and being hey, we're here to look at the victims and
yeah.
So you're gonna have to spend a little bit of time washing bandages and checking up on patients and stuff, but that's not really new things.
That's fine. Yeah. So can we put Mop in a little get up too?
Absolutely, you can put Mop in a little get up.
All right, yeah, because I'm sure I can't imagine Mop would be okay with being this close but not being able to see Meeks.
Oh.
So
you explain to Mop that we're pretending to be clerics, and Mop is obviously very agitated. Mop wants to see the Meeks. But Mop, understands subterfuge. Was like, I trust Rushk. He signs,
Perfect.
I trust Rushk.
Mop. Oh. So how bad is Meek's condition? Like, is it bad, or is it like, well, he's got a cold?
He does have a cold. This particular plague is like kind of a wasting sickness. Ooh. So like it gives you a lot of muscle fatigue and muscle pain. So it becomes very difficult to do anything. It's very disabling. And it has like a cough and some sneezing, and that's probably the vector it travels along. Which, like airborne illnesses in a city is fairly easy to spread. So,
is he still in the infectious period, like fever and everything?
No. So his fever broke fairly early, but it seems to be very lingering.
Okay.
Can you make a roll involving your medical skills?
Yes, I can. Let me pull that up really quick. All right. That is a 6.
This is not natural plague.
Great.
This is a constructed plague meant to do something specific. So you can treat it like a normal illness, and it'll eventually work that way. But like, given how the infectious period works and the symptoms, it seems as though it is designed to cause problems, like to make a city have difficulty. Remember, because you used to work with Greshadaga?
Right.
This looks like someone's ham-fisted attempt to replicate one of Greshadaga's plagues.
Really? So, okay, interesting. So this is just the off-brand version of sickness that I've seen from Greshadaga.
That you've seen before, and has been around in places that you were.
Okay.
Definitely didn't use it to your advantage.
Interesting. So this is a sieging sickness.
This is a sieging sickness. You know exactly what this is for.
Yikes.
Fuck. All right. Well, I mean, that just kind of solidifies my plans. But if so Meeks isn't contagious anymore. Could Meeks survive travel?
Meeks could survive travel. He's just going to need help.
Okay. Because like, health concerns aside, politically, it is not safe for him and Mop here at all.
No.
So, fuck.
You also understand that because Lady Jalanvilos went to go help the cats, and the cats have been associated with like being the vector for this plague, it might not have even been necessary. Like framing the cats might not have been the primary objective. Keeping Lady Jalanvilos out of town might have been one of the objectives.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Right now she's keeping them safe from more flaming fists.
From more flaming fists, yeah, from the military.
God damn. Okay. All right. So let me think for a second. Is it possible to contact Jarlaxle?
Yeah, you can contact Dracoliches whenever you feel like.
Okay. Before we do that, I want to just, take Lammy aside and be like, you've been very brave, and I'm very proud of you. I am terribly sorry that you had to be brave. I'm going to get you to your family. Your family is safe. Is there anything you need?
I could stay here. I can open the clinic back up for you, because there's still so many sick people that are gonna need help.
I know. If you open the clinic, you're going to be a target. I couldn't live with myself if something happened to you on account of me.
She draws herself to full height, and she does her best, I'm a big girl voice. God. And she's like, and I couldn't live with myself if I left people in need.
How old is she?
She could be considered adult, but she's still pretty young. You know how you're 15 and you're can go to war now in fantasy settings.
God, yeah.
She's probably 16, 17. She's technically an adult, but she still wants to go to magic school.
Okay. Okay. You can open the clinic on one condition.
She looks very excited and pleased with herself, and she's like, what's the condition?
Before you open the clinic, go to the Fat Tail. At the Fat Tail, there is a Gnoll woman by the name of Brash Vandal. Tell her
Okay.
Tell her that Rushk sent you, and I have a job for her. You can pay her from the clinic's shit. Well, I assume that most of Rushk's assets probably got seized, didn't they?
It depends. I mean,
Okay.
You're like an extremely high-level rogue, so the chances of you having one, money, and two, knowing where to put it is probably very high.
All right, so yeah, I'll be like, okay, here, pay Brash Vandal with this money in this location, and only keep the clinic open if Brash Vandal is there.
She's a little miffed that there's conditions on her opening the clinic, but she does also understand that, like, things are going on in the city if they're arresting doctors. So she promises to be careful, and she'll find Brash Vandal and let her know.
Oh, shit. Also, go to Skullport. Find the Zentrum. There's a woman by the name of Gresha Daga. Tell her about the plague. She'll assist you. I'm sure she won't take too kindly to it being used like this.
Wow, you've turned Lammy into an adventurer. She's gonna go to Skullport, Knoll bodyguard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Little baby's gonna get power leveled.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, so that will probably happen.
Okay. Now, shit, okay. Daelia, Xastra.
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave, I need to talk with Jarlaxle again. And I don't know what your plans are, but I am interested in ensuring the safety of the people of Waterdeep. Oh, just to kind of see how both of them react to that.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
She just kind of nods.
Okay. Daily is not exactly the cell that I'm worried about. What I'm going to do may seem drastic, but I assure you, I have everyone's well-being in mind. What I'd like to do is go to the north and the east, meet with Lady Jelanvalas, and deal with any issues there. I would like to meet with the Orc army, see if this can be resolved without any particular issue. And after that, finally, meet with Eye of Rasa. Will either of you be interested in coming with me?
I think I have anything better to do. She smiles. That was not sarcastic.
I, as a player, am conflicted on this.
Mm-hmm.
Because on the one hand, I feel like Xastra would feel like she's got a lot to do in town and would not want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, she no longer trusts you and would probably want to keep an eye on you.
Well, you have to remember that there's a lot of like Drow stuff going on, and you were told that you need to like resolve things in Dereleft.
Yeah.
So if there are things in town that resolve stuff in Dereleft, I think that should be your priority. Otherwise, you should go keep an eye on Rushk.
Especially since I believe we talked about Rasa being one avenue of resolving some of the things in Dereleft.
Yes.
So you could go with her to Eye of Rasa. That would certainly help.
You'd probably also want to sit in on my meeting with Jarlaxle.
Oh, very, very likely, yes.
Yeah.
And then I do have some business in town I'd like to take care of before we leave.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have things they want to do in town before you go off gallivanting around the countryside?
I think I'm good.
As tempting as it is to investigate the source of the plague, I think there are some other issues that need resolving first.
The source of the plague is like I don't want to say non-issue, but like you can tell that like
we more or less knew the source already.
Yeah. It's not going to be like virulent in a way that kills people, Like,
Mhm.
obviously, like, very young people, very old people, like, shouldn't get sick no matter what. But most people, it's just going to, like, put them out for a week.
I
And
remember if I
make them
mentioned this.
much less effective. You want to meet with Vajra too?
Everyone said something at once.
Yeah, sorry. You first.
Okay. I don't remember if I've mentioned or not, but Val did confirm for us that fucking Daggelt Neverember is behind all of this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really need Val to confirm that, but we do have concrete. We don't really have proof.
Yeah.
We just have Dragon's word.
Wow.
Well, a dragon with dragon sight told you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say? A dragon's word is worth
In
Two in the bush.
two in the bush.
Jesus Christ.
All right. So, really quick, a meeting with Jarlaxle.
Okay. Yeah, Jarlaxle, you get the word that you want to meet Jarlaxle. Jarlaxle tells you that he'd be happy to meet with you. And the location he picks is insane. It's on a rooftop of an extremely expensive inn.
It's edgy, man.
Of course.
He's just chilling up there because that's, I don't know, romantic?
Oh my god.
Drinking his fucking mimosas or something.
I don't mean like in the way that he's like flirting with Rushk. I mean like it hits his sense of drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's so good to see you again, Jarlaxle. It's always a pleasure.
Rushk, have you bringing me any news on that lucrative deal we talked about?
Well, that's exactly why I wanted to meet with you. And first, can I just say I love your outfit. It's
Real thistled thing.
it draws the eye exactly where it needs to go.
He like waggles his eyebrows at you.
Now, about the business. I apologize for cutting right to it, but we are on a bit of a time crunch. First, I can't remember if I've introduced both of them before, but this is my trusted compatriot Daelia, and this is Xastra Telarr. You may have heard of at least Xastra.
Oh my god.
I'm well aware of Xastra's exploits, as well as those of the lovely double agent. Or are you a triple agent now? It's hard to keep track of these things.
Me to know and you to find out.
He smiles at you.
Now,
Just kind of coughs awkwardly.
I believe that the question about division of spoils was on the table during our previous talks.
That's correct.
I first would like to request a minor change in the positioning of your people. Army is such a strong word, you see. I want to say your people. I have it on good word that Baldur's Gate is undefended at the moment.
That's true. But Baldur's Gate is so far away and not immediately within my interests.
Of course, but you needn't march the entire way. You need only seem to march on Baldur's Gate. I'm sure that any sensible leader, seeing a man of your stature approaching their doorstep, would naturally flinch, let's say, and the Flaming Fists, being the hands of Baldur's Gate, would withdraw away from Waterdeep. And on that note, I believe there are some orcs nearby with whom I intend to make quorum, let's say.
Why, Rushk, I never pegged you for such a clever tactician. Although
Well,
I do have to say, this gets better for me every time we negotiate terms. You're telling me that now I don't even need to threaten an army?
Not necessarily. I believe that you are as threatening as need be, with just a simple gesture towards a city. Now,
I think I see what you're aiming at, and I would be, of course, more than happy to agree to these terms.
wonderful, wonderful. And of course, as far as the division of Waterdeep, I am tentatively willing to agree to The royal quarters. What is it? Is it the royal quarters?
Where the castle is.
Right. The royal quarters. Well, they just seem to suit you. Wouldn't you agree?
I do have a taste for finery.
As I thought. Well, Mr. Jarlaxle, as I mentioned, we are on a bit of a time crunch. So, unless there's anything else that you would like to speak of, then I have some orcs to speak with.
All of these terms are amenable to me.
Wonderful.
I wish you the best of luck in your campaign.
Thank you. And you too. I'll tip my head.
Oh, please. These little bones can still handle a march or two.
Incredible.
Okay, that's all I wanted to talk to Jarlaxle about.
Nice.
Yeah, so when
As
Jarlaxle's Luskan forces get here, they will begin marching on Baldur's Gate. Or at least maneuvering as though they are.
What were you going to say, Xastra?
I think as we're leaving the inn, she'll put her hand on your shoulder and say, "You really remind me of my family," and then walk off.
God.
Christ.
Ow.
Whoa. Damn.
Ow. Well, yeah, alright. Xastra can do her thing in town.
Alright, Xastra, what are you doing before we leave?
I would like to go... Fuck, my brain is terrible.
You need a second?
No. I would like to be waiting for Laryl Silverhand when she returns to her chambers for the evening.
Woohoo.
Okay. Kind of dicey thing to do when there are people waiting around, but sure, I'll say it.
Are you gonna fuck me?
Yeah.
Are you gonna fuck my things up?
No, probably not.
So, yeah, so
I might cause
you're
additional
chilling...
chaos, but I'm
What
not
are you-
going
what are you
throw
wearing
under the bus.
to Laryl Silverhand's bedtime engagement?
I see.
Probably casual clothes.
So, tits out. Drow.
Drow casual or...
Yeah, casual or
Is
normal.
Is a little bit tits out.
I think she knows enough to
So
dress
tits out with
for...
also like a tasteful muffler.
You got those Drow pasties on.
Sure. Yeah, whatever. She's dressed casually, and I think she's probably just waiting by the fireplace, because I'm sure Laryl Silverhand has a fireplace.
With her little frog statues arranged
so
around it.
Oh.
Laryl comes in at like fucking like, I don't know, 3 a.m, right? Very obviously like super tired. She's been dealing with Daelia Neverember all day. And then she sees you chilling by her fireplace, and she's like a little pink, and she says, "Miss Telarr, I didn't know to expect this kind of company. If I'd known, I would have perhaps bathed first."
Don't worry. That's not really what I'm here for.
She relaxes a
God.
little bit. Yes, of course.
You're fucking clamshelling Laryl Silverhand.
I'm, of course, happy to stay if you want to, but I came to offer warning.
I'm sure this is official business, and she's just kind of like covering her embarrassment by talking a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I would like to spend a fate point
Okay.
to declare I have an object that I
Is it a
acquired
frog?
while we were... No.
Okay. What's the
That
object
I
you've acquired?
acquired while we were, say, in the guardhouse, springing Lemmy. Because I think Daelia and the
you
guards are
had it now.
also kind of idiots. So I would like to get some kind of written correspondence. Correspondence that
Okay.
was perhaps supposed to be destroyed but wasn't.
Okay.
Is that
Yeah.
reasonable?
Sure, you can have like a little flyer of like what Lammy and her family looks like shitty little sketches and some orders to detain them.
So basically what I came to say, or what I came to do, is try one more time to convince her that Daelia Neverember is running the town behind her back.
Be like,
And at the very least, she should keep a very close eye on him.
He, pinches the bridge of her nose. She looks like she's got the world's largest migraine. And she sets the paper down gently on a nightstand, and she's like, I am already aware of some of these things, Xastra, but I appreciate you bringing this particular wrinkle to my attention.
I have a fairly strong reason to believe he is also the one spreading the plague.
You have proof of this? Or perhaps some kind of cure?
I don't have concrete proof.
Ooh, wait,
Val confirmed it when I talked to her.
You might know about the cure since we visited Meeks and I learned it was one of Gresha Daga's old plagues.
Yes. So yeah, I will absolutely tell her that.
Well, that's comforting at least. I need the city back on its feet as soon as possible, but unless you have some concrete proof, I can't simply... You see, civilization has rules, Miss Telarr. I cannot accuse one of our largest neighbors of an act of war without some sort of proof. I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
As much as I want to push that little shit into the river and never see him again, I do have to be polite enough in public to allow the gears of order to turn.
We could go do that. We could go shove him in the river right now.
Please don't go shoving dignitaries into rivers. Not without a good reason.
I think I have plenty of good reasons. And Rushk has plenty more.
Yes, well, Rushk has been known to fabricate a reason now and then.
He's not very trustworthy.
Come on!
On the contrary, I believe that I always know that what Rushk will do. And I think that makes her considerably trustworthy.
I suppose. And then I think I'll go fetch her a drink. And if she wants me to stay, I'll stay. And if she wants me to leave, I'll leave.
Oh my!
Lateral silver hand job.
She probably says something along the lines of being a little old, because she is 100 years older than you.
Is she? I thought Xastra...
Silverhand's an Archmage. She's old as shit.
That's true.
Silverhand is very old.
Forgot about that. Lateral Silver Fox.
Oh, God.
He does know a thing or two. Let's just say.
I think Xastra will say something about liking older women.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
That's fucking hard to come by as an elf. Your strike zone just keeps shrinking and shrinking.
God damn.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's fine. The woman she was with for a long time, who she took her name from, was much older too.
Lore.
Good for her.
That's just how it is with Archmages. You just get it on with people who are way older than you.
Listen, I mean, 100 years along, those social barriers break down a little bit.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. So you show Lateral Silverhand a good time, and you learn that she's not as ineffectual as she seems. She is aware that Daggold is doing shit. She just believes herself to be tied by the rules of order.
Of course. Is there anything else I want to do in town?
Is there anything else you want to do in town, or are we good to go?
No, I need to speak with Vajra.
You can speak with Vajra.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Right.
Before, though, is there anything Daelia wants to do? I don't want to...
No, I think I'm good.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll show up to Vajra's. I don't know what the proper channel is for popping into the Blackstaff Tower when you're a wanted criminal.
They actually do have a procedure for that, but you would know it.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I will... As long as it won't get me in trouble, I'll follow that procedure.
Yeah, what does the procedure look like? How do you, a wanted criminal, get into Blackstaff Tower? Because you definitely know how to do this.
Well, I mean... Are there windows? Are there windows in Blackstaff Tower? I don't know if it's one of those ominous...
Just throws rocks at the window.
Almost.
I mean, it's like a tower made of like very smooth black rock, right? That's like
All right, so it's
supposed
an
to
ominous
mimic
monolith.
it's supposed to mimic the staff it's named after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So
but
what
like,
we do?
you could just climb the side. Again, you're an epic level rogue. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
What we'll do is first I'll get incognito some nice wine and some cheese because I did tell her I'm going to treat her to dinner for putting up with all of the bullshit that we put her through in the Underdark, and it would be remiss of me to not follow through on that, even though I kind of have to break on that because charcuterie and wine isn't exactly a nice dinner.
I think she aids the effort, though.
The effort, exactly. So I'll be, standing parallel on the street from the door, just kind of toss a couple stones to see if somebody comes and opens the door. And whenever they do and I get line of sight through, I can use Weave of Black Hair to just step into the tower and move my way up towards where I assume Vajra's office is, which I will just knock knock normally on.
Yeah, she opens it like she's been expecting you, and she's like, when was the last time you did this? I think that was when Kelvin was still here, right?
To be honest, I can't say. I'm a bit frazzled lately.
We were both much younger then.
Is Vajra hella old? I can't remember.
Vajra is your generation. Vajra is 56.
So she's like...
Damn.
She's like young for an Archmage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, doesn't she catch shit for that?
She looks like she's in her 20s, but like she's young for an Archmage.
Wunderkind.
Well, I keep our promised. There is unfortunately a spot of business I'd like to discuss as well. May I come in?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for the... Oh, you remembered the wine I like.
Oh.
How could I forget? So... if possible, I just want to, pour a glass, get the shit out, and talk while I'm doing that.
I think it's a white. I think she likes dessert wines.
Oh.
Ugh, sweet tooth.
Mm-hmm.
She's young.
In the interest of, not being rude, Rushk will pour herself some as well. We'll take a pill beforehand. So I'm sure, Miss Blackstaff, you have heard a bit about what's going on outside. I am officially a wanted woman in Waterdeep, and there have been rumblings of all sorts. Civil war, invasion, from the Drow, from the Orcs, from Jarlaxle's Drow, from etc., etc., etc. Things aren't particularly healthy in Waterdeep right now, with the plague and all especially. I just wanted to drop by and see what your position is in all of this, because if things get out of hand, I know that the Blackstaffs will be pulled into maintaining the peace, and I would hate to see that between... Let me rephrase. I would lose my respect for you.
Ooh, that's certainly a delicate way to put it.
Well, I found that sometimes delicacy just muddles things.
How have you managed to do it, Rushk? How have you managed to stay this dedicated over the last 30-something years?
Pain sharpens the mind, I suppose.
Oof.
I am no stranger to pain.
I suppose that we've been around the block enough together for me to have a certain amount of trust for you. And certainly I don't like the looks of Mr. Neverember's plans.
I
suppose I could accede to a stance of neutrality in this matter.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Though I had hoped for more, I suppose neutrality is better than the alternative.
I don't want to deploy mages against citizens more than you do, but I also can't see myself ordering my students to begin slinging fireballs against their fellow citizens as well. So my hands are somewhat tied, Rushk.
Rushk is quiet, just kind of watching the wine on the glass as she swirls it. Is there anything I can say to convince you to take a more proactive stance?
So her deploying the Blackstaff Tower students is a bit like bringing WMDs to a fight, right?
Yeah.
Because these are foot soldiers and stuff that are going to be doing the maneuvering, and she has a lot of trained wizards. Mm-hmm. Granted, they're not all archmages, but you can throw 30 fireballs around.
Right.
So she needs some kind of convincing that it's chill to deploy mages against ostensibly people who are in charge of protecting civilization.
Right. Okay. All right. How about this then? So I will set the glass down, and as she's reaching for one of the fucking cheese slices or whatever, I will grab her hand and look her in the eyes, and I will say, God, what do I say? Let me take a sip of coffee and figure this one out. Okay. You want to avoid slaughter, right?
That's a very blunt way to put it, but yes.
You don't have a particularly high opinion of God, what's his fucking name? Of Daggled Neverember, correct?
Also correct.
You'd put your trust in Laeral Silverhand, correct?
I would.
Okay. Daggled Neverember is likely spreading a plague I've seen before. It is a plague designed for sieging a city. The Flaming Fist mercenaries are amassing an army outside the walls of Waterdeep. Do you remember whenever we stopped in Daggerford? The Flaming Fist mercenaries were there, and a plague was there.
That is a concrete link, yes.
The same man that was at Daggerford is now in Waterdeep. The Flaming Fist mercenaries are gathered at our gates. Daggled Neverember is the one that is ostensibly in charge of the Flaming Fist mercenaries, right? Because, he's the lord of... What is he, Baldur's Gate or something?
So Daggle is the Lord of Neverwinter.
Neverwinter, that's right.
Older Ravengard is the one in charge of Baldur's Gate.
Okay. But
he appears to be going along with whatever Daggle's scheme is, though.
Right. Do they have a history together? Any sort of palling around?
Oh, they hate each other.
They hate each other. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
So if they're working together, and especially doing some kind of subterfuge things, either something is up with older Ravengard, or Daggle Neverember gave him an incredibly convincing speech.
Right. Okay.
I like that we say his full name every time.
Daggle, because it makes him sound like more of a dickhead.
It's true. Very true.
Yeah. Laeral Silverhand is very vocal about her dislike for Daggled Neverember, but she believes her position to be held... God, how do I phrase it? She thinks her hands are tied. She's letting decorum override her common sense. I want you to go and talk to her. Talk to Laeral Silverhand about everything I've told you. Talk to Laeral Silverhand about what we saw in Daggerford. And listen to what she tells you to do. And I'll let go of her hand. And I assume that...
I'll do this for you, Rushk, for our friendship.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Vajra. Thank you. And if it comes to it, just keep the field ward safe.
So you have a pleasant chat with the Vajra, I assume, and then you ready to leave?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, so we've done, it seems like, everything we wanted to accomplish in Waterdeep. And we are ready to head out for lots of shenanigans, I believe, is the goal here. So in what order do we want to do things? Where are we headed first?
The eventual goal is I have Rasa, right? I guess we'll just go whichever's closest first between orcs, Jilan Velas, and Ayavrasa. Also, what was the joke Daelia had?
My joke was, I'm realizing that Klingon women and Drow women also have a lot in common in terms of just their casual get-ups. Very similar.
I thought you were going to say that they have 2 pussies.
I mean, that too, probably. I don't know. That's, D&D's done weirder shit, but I think they have a lot I think, in general, I think Drow women have a lot in common with the Klingons. So, not even a very funny joke. Just an observation.
I saw a post from Ed Greenwood talking about how breast milk.
I was going to say, is this the fucking breast milk post?
What?
So funny.
What are you talking about?
What?
Ed Greenwood thinks that dwarves think elf breast milk tastes like licorice, and I disagree with him vehemently, but I don't even know why I'm having this conversation with Ed Greenwood.
Well, okay, so you can't just say you disagree, and then not say what you think elf breast milk tastes like.
I don't think it tastes like licorice, right? I think that like if it has more like lactase, right? So it's going to have a more like sugary, like sweet taste because that's.
Oh, yeah, of course. Specifically, of course, it has more lactase. Yeah. We all know this. Well-known fact.
It has a sugar, right? So, like, I think that it would be more like a caramel or something. Like, I would have been fine with mint, even though I think mint breast milk sounds like it's fucking disgusting.
That sounds like horrifying.
Licorice?
I hate that. Both are terrible. Both are horrible choices.
So is the lactase part coming from the fact that, like, they're elves, therefore they're, like, richer and more extravagant, or...
Well, no, because, like, so it has a sugar in it because it's extremely high in caloric content, and so, like, babies need energy to grow. So,
right.
Like, milk just has, like, a bunch of, like, essentially sugar in it.
Right.
And that's why people can't drink it, is if you are lactose intolerant, you just can't break down that sugar properly.
That's
an L.
Yeah,
it's also me.
I can't believe you're intolerant of milk. But so like I don't think it's like that like elves necessarily have more sugar. Or if they do, it would taste like it's like caramel. It's like caramel milk.
Well, I mean, what are the dietary needs of an elven child? Sorry, D&D's canceled. This is breast milk. This is fantasy breast milk podcast now.
Yeah, no, well, I'm saying, like, so, like, elves, like, why do they take so long to mature, right? So I'm saying that, like, probably, like, their magic powers or whatever, like, not obviously requires a more nutrition than the average human, which is why, like, half-elves are so fucked up and all become adventurers, because they're all jacked, because elvish breast milk is just, like, that nutritious.
Yeah.
This is wild. This is wild to me. This is the first time I've heard of any of this.
So you can just
tell Ed Greenwood I said that.
Oh my god.
You can just ask Ed Greenwood questions on Twitter, and he will answer them.
On Twitter, on his Discord,
Jesus Christ.
Just tell you shit.
Oh, wow.
Things that didn't need answering, he will find answers for.
So did he say elf breast milk or specifically dark elf breast milk?
Oh my god.
Elf breast milk and drow breast milk.
So I think he said elf breast milk is minty
when they drink it.
Huh.
He says that drow breast milk has like a fungal taste to it, and that's so insane to me.
No.
You gotta lean into the earthy taste of drow breast milk.
Oh my god!
We're connoisseurs.
It's like those fucking horrible, fucked up milk bars that exist sometimes in questionable publications. You can just try all the different kinds of breast milk in D&D. I feel like, honestly, if there had been another season of Interspecies Reviewers, that would have been a plot point, I'm convinced. Also, RIP Interspecies Reviewers. That shit was hilarious.
I don't even know what that is, but...
Oh my god.
It's something.
I believe you.
I watched it while it was airing. I'm still obsessed with it. I wish that it had gotten another season.
I remember there's a cute hyena girl.
There is a very cute hyena girl. There's just there are like 2 episodes that are bad. The rest of it incredible. It's
not fighting the allegations that we're all in this for the monster girl porn, by the way.
Oh
my god.
All I'll say is it was supposed to have an English dub. It was canceled after the first episode when it was being aired simultaneously on Crunchyroll.
The first episode?
Yes. Oh, which is again such a shame. The localization, hilarious. God, I miss it so much. What a shame.
Oh my god. Well, I mean,
it's worth watching at least once.
Let's get back to D&D where we can find out firsthand with Xastra, Telarr, and Daelia Navalsa what elf breast milk tastes like.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like Xastra ostensibly would know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Xastra has a kid.
Oh boy. Oh right. That is a whole thing.
I still need to talk to Delia about that.
Oh my god.
Talk to Delia.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Woo.
So Daelia, I have breastfed your girlfriend.
Oh God, it's gone away from me. How do I get this back on track? Okay, so we're going through the forest. I assume we want to stop and see how the cats are doing. We want to go see Lady Jelanvalos.
That's correct.
And not ask her what dragon breast milk tastes like.
We all know it's spicy. Specifically, it depends on the... No, we're not having this.
It's like cinnamon.
All right. Anyway.
Cardamom in there
I think Faye's right. It depends on the type of dragon.
Obviously.
Oh God. You're all banned. None of you are free from sin.
So, I mean, we do have like a traveling sequence. You could talk to Daelia while we're just like camping or whatever.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's true. Okay. So what's that conversation look like while we're traveling to the...
So talking to Jarlaxle reminded me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for taking care of my daughter.
Oh, you just...
Sorry?
I am more than reasonably certain that Cinderella is my daughter, which I suspect is why she hates me so much.
It's part of reason.
So I guess would I have known it about her that her last name is actually Bainray, or is this new information?
Actually, no.
Yeah, so there's no way she could have
known. Did you meet me?
Sorry, did she when?
Yeah, how long ago?
Oh gosh. I think Bridget would have to fill that. Probably like, I don't know, I feel like it hasn't been more like 20 years.
I think this is more like you've only known each other in your like official spy capacities.
Yeah. So it hasn't been like that.
I don't think you would know.
No, I don't think she would.
I think this is all news.
This is all new information. Oh my god. Well, this has certainly been illuminating. Oh, I don't even know if I want to have this conversation with her when we get back. I don't really want to... Oh my god.
I don't know that would be a good idea. But...
I mean, I am curious. I would like to know for certain if my contact that I've been working with is your daughter. It'd be kind of important information to know for me for no reason whatsoever. Okay, good talk. She's gonna go sit. She's just gonna look into the fire and just kind of, or just keep walking, just very, very quietly, just bright. I guess she would be bright red, just like almost look completely sunburnt like a lobster, just so red.
I mean, at least she doesn't know that Sinril has been sucking your toes, right?
Yes, that's true. I don't think she would know this. I think Rushk is the only one that knows this. I
think I probably have some idea that you're close, given as she was willing to kill me on your behalf.
Yeah.
But...
true. Jesus Christ, what a mess.
We were playing a telenovela.
Oh boy.
What is Rushk doing to this conversation?
Yeah.
Pretending to be deaf, or?
So, I mean, if we're traveling, Rushk is miserable.
Oh.
She'll be fucking sweating and just staring at the ground, and then also, when Xastra breaks out the "thanks for taking care of my daughter," she's going to be doing a very quiet "what the fuck?" Because Rushk realizes I almost killed her daughter.
That was a possibility.
Yeah.
It's fine. This is still fine. It's great. Nothing bad can happen from any of this.
No.
Oh my god.
Surely not.
Good conversation. Good talk.
So after that awkward conversation, so we're planning on talking to the orcs as we go through, and then we'll talk to the cats and then head to Ayavrasa. Is that the plan?
Yes, if possible. I
so.
don't even know if the orcs are going to, accept us, given that we're 3 people that have historically caused problems for orcs. 3 races that have historically caused problems for orcs.
Do any of you know anything about orcs?
Rushk probably would know some, just because of her line of work.
Yeah.
She can't speak orc, but I think Daelia can...
Yeah, I can help with that at least.
Yeah.
It's also possible that you speak an intermediary language.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Like Undercommon.
Something that's not your first language and also isn't the orcs' first language. Probably Undercommon.
Yeah.
Because I know all of you speak Undercommon. So.
Yeah. I guess
all right.
Question. Yeah. Sorry.
Somebody make an intelligence roll just for luck to see
who's the smartest here.
Oh boy.
All right, I got a +0 in intelligence.
I updated this. I have a +4.
Daelia.
Right.
I vote Daelia.
Okay.
Fuck whatever sound 0
to
is.
see if you know anything about orc culture.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, actually, better than I was expecting. That's a 5.
Okay. So you know that orcs are not necessarily nomadic because they don't chase after herds or anything, but they are somewhat mobile because they live in a mountain/valley area. They do have what is essentially summer homes and winter homes. So travel is very important to orcs. So if you can prove that you're not there to start a fight, they are more or less, through the mores of their culture, honor bound to receive you and hear what you have to say. Okay. But you have to be able to prove that you're not there to cause problems. One of the ways to do this is to prove that you are bringing gifts or otherwise being helpful. So if you had textiles and things, you could just bring a bunch of those, or you could hunt something before you show up.
Oh, okay.
Could we also not argue that we're trying to potentially get back their lands that they just came from?
Yeah, this is just to get them to not shoot at you when you're heading towards the gate. Cool. Is the
sounds good.
So you don't really know what the orc signs are for we're not here to start a fight. Mm-hmm. But if you hunt something and you bring them something big because you want to display that you can feed a lot of people.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
And then just baby shout in Undercommon, we're here to talk. Probably it will work.
Okay. Sounds good. Reasonable. You shouldn't show up at anybody's house without a gift anyways.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, who would be the best at hunting?
Anybody with a high strength or dexterity?
0 and +2.
5 in dexterity right now?
Got a 6 in dexterity. That's my highest.
Dang.
It sounds like the 2 of you together could probably hunt something. So, I guess with Xastra as an assistant, let's roll your dexterity and see what you can bring down.
All right.
I got a 5 to create an advantage.
I got an 8.
Jesus.
Okay, with the free invocation of that advantage, we're at 10. I'd say you easily get a dire boar. Ooh. The problem is not so much the hunting at this point, it is moving the boar.
I can't. I cannot.
So, I'm sure, Rushk has very cleverly set up a situation where Xastra herds the dire boar away from the rest of them, gets them into a position it can't escape from, and then just very quickly and mercifully ends things for the dire boar. So now you have a pig roughly the size of a small school bus.
Jesus Christ!
Assume you are having Daelia move for you.
Daelia?
He's your mage.
Oh right, yeah.
Mage hand.
God,
Yeah,
I always forget. Mage hand can lift that.
I don't. It can go up to 10 pounds.
She has to expend spell slots above the level of the spell. So a level 5 mage hand can do this.
Oh my god!
Levitate.
One of those levitate
you can do.
Yeah, there's options. We have options. It's fine.
Spells are just math.
Yeah.
So what does it look like? What are we? Are you just shouting, oh, "Please don't fight us. We're here to hang out"? You have your hands up.
I mean, we could just go with "We're here to parlay." Probably.
Yeah. We're here to help, I guess.
Yeah.
So they've got little palisades set up. They have little fortifications set up. They've entrenched themselves into this area because they see that there's a human army in front of them. They don't really have a lot of places they can go. They don't want to get attacked in the middle of the night. So you're rolling up on these cavalry traps, and a couple of them spot you from far off, and you see some gesturing and shouting, and then more show up and more show up and more show up. And there's just a bunch of orcs just chilling and watching you drag this dire boar up to the encampment, right? They're a mixture of bemused and
pointing and laughing.
Yeah, this is huge entertainment to them because you all look incredibly scrawny. You're hauling this gigantic pig, right? Behind you. So you get there, and the two largest looking orcs, right? They stand about a half a head taller than all the other orcs, and they look pretty battle scarred and fairly old. Step out in front of you. It looks like one masculine orc, one feminine orc. And they've heard you saying we're here to talk. And so they come out and they say, please tell us your names.
I don't really know what proper orc etiquette is, so I'll just do the tried and true, show both palms and tip your head a little as a show of, what's the word? I have no weapons and I made myself vulnerable. And I'll say, greetings, my name is Rushk. I'm a doctor from the town of Waterdeep. And these are my compatriots who I will let introduce themselves.
Daelia and Volsa, at your service.
This is Xastra Telarr. I'm with the Church of Eilistraee.
They introduce themselves as Valar and Thrist. And they say, be welcome to our encampment.
Thank you for the welcome. As we said during our approach, we're interested in talking about the current situation. Namely,
they kind of look at you when you say you're interested in talking.
Right.
You have walked with your shoes on into somebody's house.
Oh, I see. I, of course, would like to observe proper decorum before speaking. How should we proceed with this conversation?
Okay. Do you have... Yeah, roll charisma.
Charisma? Okay.
Yeah, well, charisma is how well you can read people.
That's a 3.
They are probably doing their responsibilities as a host first, before you are, supposed to do things. It's probably rude to start with business first. It might be suggesting that you don't appreciate their hospitality.
Okay, yeah, I would apologize for my grave misstep and offer any assistance in stripping and preparing the boar.
Yeah, so a bunch of them come out and they bring the boar in. Because, they're all pretty jacked. This is a bunch of fighting orcs around the outer rim here.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring you into their encampment, And you see that the encampment is like pretty much that entire orc group. They have non-combatants with them. Older orcs, very, very young orcs. They have some orc children.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is very much like they don't want to be here. This is not a fight. They're here because they have to be.
Right.
And so they take you through, they're like acts of hospitality. So they bring you some dried meat and some kind of hard bread. Because you just got done traveling, so you might be hungry. They bring you some tools to take care of your shoes with. It's things for cleaning them, and then waxes and things for resealing the leather. Yeah, you notice that they all have very nice, like, not like fashionable, but like well-maintained footwear.
Shoes for walking.
This is probably a big, important part of orc culture, because if you're going to be hanging out in the mountains, you want to protect your toes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you've eaten something and you've taken care of your footwear, they take you to a larger meeting area. It's kind of like a tent-like structure. It's like a half of a tent. They have some things they could pull down to close it if they wanted to, but it's mostly around a very, very large, like, not a bonfire, but they've like constructed like a permanent fire. So like a bunch of people are just like warming themselves around this. Yeah. So Valar and Thrist are there. That's the biggest, strongest orcs. They appear to be in charge of this operation.
Okay.
They welcome you to sit down near them. There's some like little carved wooden seats. There's a bunch of like animal furs if you're cold.
Okay. Yeah, Rushk would probably use one of those. She does not retain body heat particularly well. Now, as I mentioned before, my name is Rushk. I am a doctor, meaning I take care of the sick and I try and prevent injury wherever possible. The three of us come from Waterdeep, the city that is... How would they regard Waterdeep? I'm sure they're like, oh, that's... The Flaming Fist mercenaries are Waterdeep's army.
Waterdeep is just like the local human city.
Right.
They probably don't think about it other than like that's the place the humans are.
That's where problems come from.
And then the local dwarf city that's the place where dwarfs are. And they try to stay away from those two places.
Right. So the city of Waterdeep is concerned about your presence here. And I understand that it is due to a dragon in what was and still is your home. Is that correct?
They make very grave expressions and nod. They say, yes. And this is like, I'm not going to do an accent, but it's in like super broken Undercommon. It's not something they have to speak a lot. And like, also it's not your first language either.
No, we're doing our best.
It takes a little bit of gesturing and like, some slightly funny sentence structure. But they say like, yeah, we were attacked very suddenly by a dragon, which is not like a new thing. Like it happens every so many generations. Like dragons show up in the mountains. That's just things they do. So they do what they always do. They packed everything up. They grabbed as many things as they could, and they moved down into the valley. So they don't have as many like skilled like hunters as they used to, like hunters of like very large beasts. So they're debating how best to be able to move back. But for right now, they're more or less in a semi-permanent location.
I'll explain just like the basic situation in Waterdeep, in that it's about to get really, really bad in the city. There's a plague. There is an army that doesn't belong to Waterdeep right outside. The army could march on Waterdeep, or it could march on the orcs. We're trying to get rid of the army. We would like their help. If they'll agree to help us, then we will get rid of the dragon. Also, I just want to ask them, like, what does the dragon look like? Because if it's Eye of Rasa, the first thing they'll probably say is, oh, it's bones. but like if it's, like metallic scales, then it's like, well, that's a different dragon.
They say, well, you're human, so you have the trading stones, right? Human trading stones.
Would I know what they're talking about, or do I need to kind of like look at Daelia or Xastra to figure out what they're talking about?
Yeah, look at Daelia or Xastra. What do you mean, human trading stones?
Gold question mark? Jewels question mark?
Jewels? Oh.
Don't know for sure? Don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'll like pull out some of the Waterdeep coins.
I mean, no, it's trading stones. Do you have and he like tries to make a big circle with his hands, and he's like the dragon ones. You have those?
I'll pull out one.
So he takes it from you, and holds it up and is like poking the gold coin. Is like, this kind of dragon.
Oh,
hands you your trading stone back.
A golden dragon? What kind of dragon is a golden dragon again? What do they do?
Gold dragons? Oh, gold dragons are very rare dragons. They're the dragons that sit at the right hand of Bahamut in
I was gonna say
Plane.
They're technically good aligned because they're
known
metallic.
for being lawful good metallic dragons.
Yeah.
What sort of like beams do they shoot out?
Fire.
Fire.
Oh.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's curious, but good news. The three of us have a friendly dragon nearby who will likely assist us. We will convene with this dragon and remove the dragon that is in your area. If we do this, will you agree to lend aid to the city of Waterdeep?
They don't understand what lend aid means. They ask for clarification on that.
Do we just want to cast tongues to make this easier?
Well,
That's
conceptually,
probably a
they
good
don't
idea.
know what you mean by aid. Aid is very
broad.
Aid could be anything. Like, do you want orc goods, or like
support and numbers?
God,
you want fighters, right? You want fighters.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it specifically. All right. If we are able to deal with your dragon problem, will you agree to send I don't know, how many fighters do they have?
So they have around 200, 300. It's hard to tell. They don't really do accurate counts on their own.
Right. Just like visual, like head count from Rushk's perspective,
It'd be like half the size of the Flaming Fist army.
That's pretty sizable. Okay, so yeah, Rushk.
The biggest problem is that the Flaming Fist mercenaries are
they're in the way.
Probably going to be assisted by battle mages. Yeah. So individually, if it was just melee combats, the orc could probably take that. But once you're assisted by a couple of priests and some mages, it's a little bit good. Dicier for orcs.
So all right, so I will explain. I'll explain the whole plan. Because I don't want to fuck over the orcs. So if we can get rid of the dragon, I would appreciate if you could send as many of your fighters as you can spare to the city of Waterdeep, with the caveat being only after the army in front of Waterdeep has left. I will give you a letter. You will go to, I'll pull out a map. You'll go to this location. This will get you into the field ward. You give this letter to someone at this clinic here. And from there, they'll tell you what to do. This will primarily be defending this area. And I'll just kind of circle with my finger on the map, the field ward.
So they're looking at the map and they're listening to you talk about it. And then they like, so why would we do this? Like, why should we care about, like human problems? Because in the past, when humans have showed up, it's either to cause problems or to like insane mages coming to do things.
Yeah.
Like what do they get out of it? Like,
the majority of
the dragon is great, and they would owe you a personal favor,
right?
But like, you're asking them to get involved in like a whole city,
a whole thing. Historically, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I guess we could make the argument of like, we're not actually asking for them to like fight on our behalf. It is more so just like a quote unquote show of force in terms of like visual numbers, and less so like they're not required to like take up actual arms in defense of whatever we're doing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Also, it's historically the people that have caused issues for you are the people that we are fighting against. Waterdeep is, I'll like draw with my hand. Waterdeep is split between two kinds of people. There are the people here, and I'll tap like Field Ward, who are similar to your people. And then there are the people here. And I'll tap on like the Royal Quarter and the, Temple Quarter and shit?
Well, the Merchant Quarter. The Temple Quarter is pretty much normal people.
Okay. And the Merchant Quarter. Then there are the people here who only care about, and I'll pull out the dragon coin, this. And they don't care how many of these people they kill to get this. I want to do away with these people.
So, Valar and Thriss talk to each other quite a bit. They start kind of ignoring you while they have a little back and forth. A couple of older-looking orcs show up and sit on either side of them and like offer like a couple words here and there. And eventually they come to some kind of conclusion. And so they look back at you and say, if we do this, we'll be sending you like not just warriors, but like workers, hunters, like, people that we need up in the mountains to like retake our home. Because like, even if you get rid of the dragon, like who knows what else may have moved in to where they live.
Exactly.
It's like free houses and stuff. So we're going to need something, like some kind of like, they say like spoils, like how like you like raid a town and then you
right.
take their stuff and leave.
Yeah.
They want something like that.
Okay, yeah. So Rushk has basically spent the last however many years she's been in Waterdeep putting together a People's Liberation Front.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be out of the question to say that if they help us, Rushk and, specifically not just Rushk, but the Liberation Front would then return that help, because this would be in both of their interests.
So one of them holds up a hand, and it's all 5 figures, and he says, "We want 5."
5 what?
Roll wisdom.
Okay, that is a 6. I got a 4 plus 2.
Okay, so this is probably a bargaining phase.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking you for 5 things. So this clearly can't be like just 5 items total. This is probably like each orc is going to walk away with 5 of something. 5 armfuls, 5 bags of more or less loot from the city. So this is a bargaining process. They have started at 5. Okay. They want to see what you will actually promise them.
Oh boy. Xastra, Daelia, feel free to step in.
I mean, we do have access to essentially like the person who is in charge of so much of the merchant like goings on in the city.
Oh yeah, we're about to go talk to Lady Jalanvalas.
Yeah.
True.
So we do have that going for us at least.
I also don't know if Lady Jalanvalas would agree to what I'm doing though. TBH.
Fair enough.
You know how it is. Do first, ask forgiveness later.
Yeah. The Would I have some of the Meeks and Mops, like, salves that they make on me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, yeah, so I will say 5 is high. 3, specifically. 1, and I'll, put out one of the salves. And I assume that the Meeks and Mop don't just make, like, lotion and sunscreen. They probably make, like, medical salves and shit, because they're fucking Sphinx cats, and if they get, like, infections and shit, then that's really bad. And that would be useful to any, I guess, like, steppe or mountain dwelling people, because if you're around hard rocks and shit all the fucking time, you're gonna be scraped to hell.
Yep. So they take the ointment and they look at it, and then they hand it to one of the older orcs, who's like takes a little bit of time smelling it, and they have a conversation about it, and they say, "This is good for 1, 4."
4. Okay. Rushk will...
What else do we have access to?
Well, you're bargaining. Like, you don't have to accede to 4. You can say, no, 3.
It's true. But they're only counting it as 1.
All right. So Rushk will, take out what looks like a fucking wizard tome, basically. It's like a book with a shitload of earmarked pages and, like, penciled in notes and all that kind of shit. Rushk will hold it out and say, I've spent many years as a doctor. This is my collected knowledge. I have had patients of all walks of life. I don't know if this would be valuable to you, but I can teach this to you. I have people I have taught it to who can teach it to you. What would this count for?
They think about it and they talk about it. They're not really sure.
That's fair. I kind of thought so.
So you're getting the idea that this is probably like items per orc, right? So they want handfuls of stuff or bags of stuff. So if you promise them like the lotions and things and they count as 1, that means you're going to have to deliver a shipment of like lotions and things.
Yeah.
But the other 2, they might just take from the city of Waterdeep, and that's probably okay.
Yeah.
Like, you can just let them like take furniture and things from the merchant quarter. Like,
okay.
No.
So, oh no, not the merchant quarter. I will say, you can also, so long as you avoid this area and this area, I'll designate Field Ward and Skullport. You can take what you want.
Then we agree to 3.
3 it is.
Okay. So you're going to need to come up with, a quite large shipment of things for the orcs.
So long as we don't have to ship it, if they're taking it.
Oh, no, they'll take it. They'll happily take it. They'll bring carts.
Great.
Love that for them.
Maybe I could, orchestrate another job for the Fairweather family. Orchestrate. Oh my god. Get out of here. I'm going to go to the bathroom. That was so bad. Get out of here. Get back.
Incredible
Indeed. I think that the Fairweather family should just open up a shipping business instead. Just have goods and services shipping.
I think they probably should just become a shipping company.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shipping magnate, or however that's pronounced. I think actually one thing I want to do really fast is kind of get confirmation for sure that this is not a rose gold dragon, but an actual gold dragon. And just be like, just to confirm that the dragon who has overtaken your lands is not the one that we know. She'll do a kind of minor illusion equivalent of essentially kind of what she imagines Eye of Rasa would look like if she was covered in rose gold scales, based off of a bone structure and everything. a lich dragon.
No,
It is
they
definitely
make it
like
very clear that they're speaking about a gold.
It is
dragon.
a gold
They say
dragon. Okay.
This color exactly, and they're
Cool.
pointing at your
Okay.
coins.
Okay.
What?
Of course it is.
Because we had a second where we were dealing with someone from Bahamut, right? I'm not making this up. Who was that?
Nope.
Forever ago, you talked to Bahamut.
Oh, right.
We did do that. We also talked to one of his paladins, I think.
Yes.
I think there's someone on the council.
Wait.
Yeah, there's an agent of Bahamut on the council.
Right.
So many fucking fantasy names. I don't remember the exact one.
I don't remember who it was.
Sala Silverhelve.
Okay.
Of course.
I guess. I mean, we could technically sending Stone Layrel Silverhand in the middle of the night and ask her to ask him what's going on with Bahamut, with Bahamut, with one of his servants taking over.
We could do that.
You really enjoy annoying Layrel Silverhand in the middle of the night, don't you?
I mean,
I think it's very funny.
I think it's really funny too.
Who was the who?
Who's the who?
What was his name?
Who's the guy?
What was his name?
No. Who's the guy? You just said it, but I've forgotten.
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, Dala? Silverhelve?
Yes.
Yeah.
Agent of the Bronze Dragon Nimmer?
Where is that written down?
I guess I thought it was listed on the
It is listed on the note document.
Yes, it's in the miscellaneous special council. I just found it. Yeah, there it is.
Not with the rest of the NPCs. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Well, further down.
There's a lot of there's many things.
Yeah,
there's so many things.
There's many doors.
This Google Doc is just sprawling.
That's
just
how it goes.
It's fine. It's literally just how D&D goes. You just have to have a sprawling Google Doc or SharePoint site.
For all of the names of everything.
Yep.
Right. So
something. Use something.
I do think I will get in touch with Layrel Silverhand at some point. Probably not at 3 a.m.
Oh.
But that's funny.
You had such a good time.
It is funny. I did have a very good time. That's not the point. I'm trying to be nice right now so that she'll be more favorable to me.
Fair enough.
So probably sometime in the evening, but not at 3 in the goddamn morning. I will take out the sending stone and call Layrel Silverhand.
Okay. So Layrel answers and is like, "Yes, Xastra?"
Good evening, Lair. We've made our way to the orc camp, and they say they have been driven south by a gold dragon.
You went to the orc encampment?
Yeah.
So, to speak with them?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Well, should I not have?
I just didn't expect that kind of plan.
Got a lot of irons in the fire here.
Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on because I suspected that it was not Eye of Rasa who drove them south, and it sure seems like it wasn't. It seems like it was a golden dragon.
Well, that's not entirely surprising.
Yeah. I was hoping you could ask Dala Silverhelve about it, since they are a representative of Bahamut.
I can certainly try. It'll take me a little bit, though.
Of course. I don't think we're in a particular hurry.
I feel like also it'll be faster than
the grand scale
all the
of
way
things.
Up there. Quicker to ask him versus getting all the way up a mountain to ask a dragon.
Dear dragon, why are you doing this? Love doing that.
If I had to guess, I'm assuming it has something to do with Bahamut trying to get a read on the dead god in the water and having closer eyes on it, but still worth it.
Presumably. Or driving the orcs into town for some reason to discredit Eye of Rasa, or any number of other things, which I'm not saying to Layrel Silverhand, to be clear.
I mean, you don't want Layrel to be part of your wild mass guessing?
No. I will say, I've explicitly said that I do not believe that Ayavrasa is the one driving the orcs towards town. It seems to be a gold dragon.
We do have at least visual confirmation by other people who have seen it that it is not Ayavrasa.
Mm-hmm.
Witness statements.
Have we ever actually told Lyral Silverhand about Ayavrasa?
Who knows?
I think the word got spread by the Church of Eilistraee.
Yeah, Xastra fucking tattletaled to her teacher. She told the whole fucking class.
That's true, I remember.
I told my boss something that I had to tell my boss.
You didn't have to tell your boss anything. That's that's literally rule number 1. Fuck your boss.
Look.
Also, it's your intermediary boss. Big boss is different.
I suppose that's fair.
All right.
Regardless, so I know that you have mentioned that they think that Ayavrasa is the one driving the orcs towards town.
Yeah. So, that's true. I sometimes forget things that I have said out loud versus things I have thought in my head.
That's fine.
Yeah, so they make you stay the rest of the night, even though they've agreed to help you out.
Yeah, of
It's got to
course.
be around for eating this big fucking pig that you brought home.
We love it.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes a while to cook, like a long time to cook. You can smell it the whole time. It's mouth-watering. But yeah, otherwise you just hang out with the orcs and they talk about, orc stuff and how, like, some of the finer details of how you want them to help you. Is there anything else you want to do with the orcs, or are we going to go head over to where Lady Jalandvalos and the cats are?
I think so long as the orcs are settled, then we're all good.
Yeah,
bid them farewell, say thank you, we appreciate it. We want to see you succeed, and we want to succeed too.
Yep.
Yeah, so they give you big hugs when you leave?
Oh,
It doesn't seem like they're like necessarily particularly fond of you. This is just like how orcs are.
You know how sometimes whenever like you'll hug me and my back pops like fucking Rice Krispies?
Yeah.
The orc that hugs Rushk, that happens.
Oh no!
They like
Sounds like
they like
bubble,
feel a little
bubble.
bit out of they like look and they're like are you okay?
Rushk is like doubled over, just holding up a hand.
Oh no!
Incredible.
Oh, poor thing.
Another orc comes over and was like asking about it, just like shrugs and is like, I don't know, I'm just being friendly.
Just whip out a thing.
You know how fragile
The back cracks. That's how you can tell it was a good hug.
Yeah, there you go.
Incredible. So yeah, I guess we're probably done with the orcs. Do we want to do a scene with Lady Jalandvalos, or did you want to wait for next time?
Let's wait for next time, because I think that, unless everybody else feels different, but I feel like that'll go into the dragon pretty quick.
Yeah, I think that's a good stopping place.
Okay. Well, then, thank you everybody for being here. I had a great time.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.